is John Petrak. I'm the Executive Vice President of the Realtors Association of Metropolitan Pittsburgh. This is our fourth segment in a video series we're producing this year relative to fair housing in the greater Pittsburgh metropolitan area and diversity and inclusion within the industry itself. Today I'm joined by Angel Ivey, a manager with the local real estate office. Angel, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me, John.
Now, if you don't mind me asking you a few questions.
Absolutely.
How long have you been in the industry?
This August it'll be 13 years.
13,
yeah,
lucky 13.
That's right.
Lucky 13. Now your experience, obviously at first you get your sales license. Mm-hmm. And you do have your associate broker's license?
I do, yes.
And how long have you had that?
This is my fourth year having my broker's
fantastic.
license. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Did you appreciate the educational process?
My goodness, it was quite the process, and most of my classes I did here at Realm.
Good,
yep.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
All but one. Yep.
Okay. Now, as you are aware, there are very few members of a minority community that are involved in management of real estate offices within the area. And I do understand that management is a much different skill set than listing and sales. And there's obviously no easy answer as to why this is. So how did you find the position?
So I've been at a couple brokerages in my career, and in the first one I developed a mentor program, and then my second brokerage I went to them and said, this is what I love doing, and I'm pursuing my broker's license, and is there a place for me? And so they immediately found a place for me, and where I'm currently at. And so mentoring that's my heart. I love mentoring. I love training new agents, especially. But being that ear for the experienced agents as well. So that's my love of that is what brought me to management.
So in a sense, you kind of pursued it.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. It was very deliberate. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So do you feel that minorities face additional obstacles to management positions in the real estate community?
Well, I don't know if there's a hardship in it as far as finding the position or the opportunity. Being the only person of color at my current brokerage and
within the management team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, the only person of color. It's hard. It is difficult because you don't have anyone that looks like you or who's going through some similar things as you, maybe personally or professionally. You don't have anyone to let your hair down and just relax and just say, okay, so what are you doing about this?
Yeah.
What are you saying to your agents when they come to you with this situation? So it's difficult in that way. Yes. So, I understand there not being a ton of us out there. But, we have to do it. We're needed. Minority leaders are needed. And so, yeah, that's my call.
That probably can help you, though, bring a different perspective to the organization, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
Definitely. And I appreciate where I am, how they ask for my input and how, I'm considered, and I appreciate that very, very much. They listen to what I ask for. They listen to my concerns. And that's important, and it has to be a heart thing to me. It's a heart thing, and it starts with the leadership. And so yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a curveball. Do you think there's anything that we can do as an industry to encourage more minority participation in management positions?
So. Yeah, definitely. You have to be deliberate, intentional about pursuing people, and that's my stance on it. If you're not intentional about finding people of color, people who look differently than us, who live differently than you do, then everything is going to continue to stay the same. You have to be intentional, and that's my shout it from the mountaintops, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be deliberate, and if you're not, then things will continue to stay the same, and you know, the color of it, the spices, that's what I usually call it. You know, the spices are missing, you know, when you lack the minority or people of color and the diversity that's needed on your team. You lack that, and you lack that personally and professionally.
Yeah. My last question for you, during your 13-year career, and maybe more specifically in a management position, do you feel that you've ever felt bias from another real estate professional or a member of the public?
Unfortunately, John, that is my truth. I had never experienced it overtly, prior to being a manager, and becoming a manager. I've experienced that hurt. And I mean, it's a deep hurt, you know, something that I didn't expect, because I wear my heart on my sleeve. And so, you know, if I get to know you, I'm almost immediately going to love you, you know. And so for that to not be reciprocated, to me, that was just, it was very, very hurtful. And it happened in my own office. And so I had to let, some people go. Some positions had to be, it had to be changed. Some changes had to be made. And so, you know, it was a very long 2.5 years of getting my office back up and running. But now we're on the other side of it. And, you know, and it's a beautiful place. I love going to work every single day. It's been a great experience, and I'm thankful for the hurtful part of it. I needed to have that experience, so that I can understand what other people are going through. And so I appreciate the hurt. I appreciate the growing pains. And like I said, we're on the other side of it, so it's great now.
Good. Well, I appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you being here to join us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Yep, my pleasure.
It's always been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.